I wanted to make a tutorial for getting started with Eclipse. It can be overwhelming to start new software, and so I just wanted to give a little overview to get started. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to call support and get your dictionary set up if you have a dictionary file with your school or whatever. And you're also going to want to have them make it so your machine talks to Eclipse. Like, just don't try to do it on your own. It's a lot of tears, headaches, Googling. Just call them. They'll set it up in 2 seconds. They're really nice. They're 24/7. But yeah, so pause this video, call support, and then come back. Okay, now that you've called support and you have your dictionary set up and you have your machine set up, there's a few different ways to start a file. You can just hit real time or translate. I don't remember which one because I don't use this. I like to just hit Alt-T because what Alt-T does is I can name the file myself. If the files that Eclipse has are a mess, so I'm just going to do 4.10.26 homework 2. Keep it simple. And before you start your file, if you have a machine with a screen on, I don't know how it works if you have like a Stantera, but if your machine has a screen on it, make sure it's turned on and write anything in there. Like I usually just do what. Otherwise it doesn't work correctly. It's headaches and tears. Just do that, trust me. All right, so now that we've done notes, named our file, hit OK. Bam. And now it's, all right, so if you want to start from the last stroke, then it'll pretend like you didn't just hit what. If you do first, it will put in the what. I don't know what other is. All right, bam. What. Okay, so now, assuming you have your dictionary set up, you can write stuff. You can, oh no, this is so embarrassing. You can write stuff. I'm nervous because I'm recording. So now, what if you wanted to global something? Like, the witness is Mr. Banana. So what you can do is, just click what you want to define, like Mr. B, and you're going to hit Control G. And then this way you can do Mr. B instead of Mr. Banana. So you can spell check on the spot, which is really helpful if you don't know how to spell whatever you're defining. And then there's a few different options here. Main dictionary, that's going to put it in your dictionary forever. It's just your main dictionary. There's the job dictionary. I'll show you how to do that in a sec. Trash global. I love trash globaling for tests. What trash global means is the global, it only saves for this one document. And then once you delete this once you're done writing in it, that definition goes away forever. So this is really useful for tests. But if you were working, you're going to want a job dictionary. But I'm just going to do trash global. And then I don't know what these other ones are. Don't worry about them. All right, Mr. Banana. So now you know how to global. I'll show you how to do dictionaries. So you hit the dictionary button, and then I basically have my main dictionary. I don't know what went wrong with my dictionary name, but that's a problem for another day. Job dictionary, and then I'm just gonna, so how to add one is you go in here, you hit open, and then look, you can just do a Banana Depot. And see how it doesn't exist? You just hit OK, and then it's like, it doesn't exist. Create it? Yes. Banana Depot. Okay. And now you have a new dictionary. And now check this out. I don't know. Mr. G. Mrs. K. Okay. So now you can do Mr. G, Mr. Grandma. I don't know. I'm not good at coming up with things on the fly. And now you can save it to Banana Depot and just use that as your job dictionary. I guess I don't really know the difference between job and banana, but I'm figuring you're going to have more than one job, so I'd rather just have them named separately. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm just trying to help you get the ball rolling. Another thing I want to show you is conflicts. I love conflicts. So basically, I've become, the faster I write, the dumber I write. And I got into writing conflicts. Eclipse is smart and it'll start to correctly guess your conflicts. So like I could say like, I am here to steal your baby. I don't know why that came up. All right. And now look, check this out. I am here. So I made here a conflict with H-E-R-E and H-E-A-R. And then it can get it correct. And then I also have your as your and your. So if you wanted to change it, you just hit 2. but I want to change it back to 1. And now this is steal. This is just how I naturally write. Honestly, I'm at a point where like I'm at exit speeds. I'm done trying to like, you know, remember which has an asterisk and which doesn't. You'll see off to the side here, there's handy things. But I've become a very lazy writer. So I'm just going to do steal, steal. I have come to, oh, what the heck? Oh, I don't like that. Did you steal my sand? Did you steal my sandwich? Did you steal my sandwich? All right, and then you can teach Eclipse. So check this out. Did you steal my sandwich? He built a steel building. I'm writing really bad. And look how lazy I am. I'm building and believe because I kept on accidentally messing him up. He built a steel building. So yeah, you can do conflicts. I like conflicts. What else do I have? I took some notes here as an outline. All right, new file, conflicts, hyperkeys. Okay. Oh, and I also want to teach you speaker IDs, so let me do that while I'm thinking of it. I love sandwiches. Me too. Okay. All right, so the way that you designate speaker IDs is super easy. So you basically just double click here and then check this out, attorney 1. Mr. Banana. Forward. Mr. Grandma. All right. Oh, why is this a mess? Hang on. All right, my speaker IDs are messed up. Attorney 1, Mr. Banana. So I just need to do all. All right. Like I said, not an expert, just trying to help you get started, keep things going. Mr. Grandma. Do you know the Muffin Man? Muffin Man? No. All right. My attorney 2 is messed up. I need to call support because my attorney 2 has been consistently messed up. And you can see all the random stuff in here. All right, well, anyway, enough of that. Hyperkeys. Okay. So, like, I need to write some stuff to make hyperkeys. Practice. Okay. Great. Stuff. What? All right. So hyperkeys are super handy. So the way that you get to it is you either do Alt-Z and see how this went into hyperkey mode, or you can just click the hyperkey button. Okay, so there's a ton of them, and I recommend looking into this more in depth. But the ones I know are like you hit a P and it makes it a period, and you just do it anywhere in the sentence, and I'll do it. Q makes it a question mark. So there's P, there's Q. I think A makes it a capital or not a capital. So that's super handy for editing. And then to insert, I don't think this is a hyperkey. I think you can do it out of hyperkeys. If you want to make a Q, just hit F3. If you want to make an A, just hit F4. If you want to get rid of an entire line, you do Control Y, Control Y. If you want to delete a word, you do Shift Backspace or Shift Delete. Why isn't this working? It's because I don't have my hyperkeys on. What keystroke is it? How do I delete stuff? That's embarrassing. I'm like forgetting on the spot. It's Control Backspace. Control Backspace will delete words. So yeah, hyperkeys are super handy. Definitely look more in depth with them. That's just a quick idea of how you can use them. All right, tests. So if you're an Ali Hall's program, or maybe another program will do this too, you need to turn in your tests all as one PDF. So check out how you do this. You do Shift F7, and then for Ali, I need to submit it for the week. So let's see, it starts on September or the 6th. I didn't do any homework on the 6th. So you do that, and then you hit Alt-R, and then do the next one. What? Oh, I did the same document twice. Alt R, and just do all. I haven't figured out a better way to do this, but just one by one do them. And then once you have all the documents together, you scroll to the bottom and it'll tell you how many strokes it was. And then you can hit Alt O and just do OK. Print to PDF. So I've been saving all my homework. Let's see what else. Oh, tests. Okay, so this is super important. When you're taking a test, here, let me go back to my file. Oh, so check this out. When you open it up, don't do retranslate because it'll just start the file all over again, I think. Just do append. So that way you can add on to it. And then I want to do last because my writer's full of all kinds of stuff. Test. All right. So see how at the bottom you can see what page you're on? If you're about to take a test, it's really important to look at what page you're on, because if you're close to page 25, just start a new file, because after page 25 on Student Eclipse, you can't copy paste. So that'll be a bad time if you do an entire test and can't copy and paste it. Ask me how I figured that out. So yeah, it's best to just start a new file, but if you have way less than 25 pages, it's fine. Another thing I wanted to show you is, all right, check this out. So you go to here to manuals. Save these to your computer. I've already done it, so I don't feel like doing it again. But save the manuals to your computer, and then you're going to go over to this website called NotebookLM. It's free. It's a Google product. Do create new note. Also, you can go to the Advantage Software has a YouTube page, and they have all kinds of useful tutorials. I definitely recommend checking that out. You're going to get a much better idea of Eclipse than my version right now. Dump all of that in, and then what it will do is I'll show you the end result. It makes an Eclipse chatbot, so you can just ask it random questions. So I still recommend calling support if you hit a wall. They're very nice about it. But I said, what are the most useful hyperkeys? And it gave me like a rundown on hyperkeys that I clearly forgot because I didn't show you most of these. But where do I find my brief it settings? This is the other thing I want to show you is brief it, but I don't remember how to get there. So I'm just going to ask my chatbot. The YouTube channel is also going to be super useful for all the random things in your settings. So if you go to, I'm getting on a tangent here, but if you go into your settings and you go, let's see, flush delay, what is that? You can go to the Advantage Software YouTube channel and search Advantage Software Eclipse flush delay. And it'll just give you the whole rundown. So a lot of random things in your settings, if you're I don't know what this does, I don't know what this is, there's probably a YouTube video about it. That's something I really like about this. All right, so, it's called auto brief. It's brief it in case cat. I'm getting mixed up. All right, so open up your user settings, go to real time, go to auto brief. All right, user settings, real time. All right, so your settings, you can either do Alt U or I honestly just click on the button. Real time. All right, so something I want to show you is auto brief. I find it super useful. All right, so check this out. It's clicked and then settings. Just whatever this is, I would recommend just doing that, whatever my settings are, because I had a lot of trial error call desk Facebook post tiers to get my settings correct. The way that auto brief works is let's see, beyond a reasonable doubt. It'll tell you on the left a shorter way to write things. At the time of the accident. See how over here it's giving you all these little, it's based on what's in your dictionary. So I have a Magnum dictionary, so that's why I'm getting all these ridiculous ones. It gave me a weird one for beyond a reasonable doubt, though. I use yard with an asterisk, but that's all right. But yeah, I find that to be a super useful feature. I've picked up a lot of really good right-hand phrase enders and briefs from just this feature reminding me of them. Let's see. Is that all? Yeah, I guess that's all. Okay. Oh, and I also wanted to show you the Eclipse Facebook group. It's super useful for just, sometimes if I can't figure something out and I haven't, I've just did the chatbot thing recently with the NotebookLM. But if you can't find it in the YouTube channel and you can't find it in the manual, sometimes just searching this Facebook group will give you everything you need to know. Why was I searching this lady? All right. Oh, I think this is the lady who does RVT, I think. Yeah, I was going down some weird Speechmatics rabbit hole because I was intrigued. All right. But yeah, Ashley Van Dyke, she does the one who does all of these Advantage software tutorials, and she's very active in the Facebook group. She's a super nice lady. I met her in person at a convention. But yeah, that's it. You got your NotebookLM, you got your YouTube, you got your Facebook, you know how to write a file, you know how to send in your homework, you know how to take a test, you know how to define things in your dictionary. They call it globaling in the Eclipse world. So yeah, hopefully this is a good starting point and you'll be good to go to be successful using Eclipse. All right, thanks for listening to my rambling tutorial. All right, bye guys.